You have been lied to. You have been told that a positive attitude is something you either have or you don't have. That some people are born optimistic and others are born pessimistic. That your temperament is fixed. That your reactions to life circumstances are beyond your control. This is false. Listen to me carefully, your attitude is not a gift from the heavens. It is not a genetic accident. It is not something you inherit like the color of your eyes or the shape of your hands. Your attitude is a choice. It is a decision. It is a discipline. And right now, at this very moment, you are choosing your attitude whether you realize it or not. Most people drift through life as passengers in their own minds. They wake up feeling whatever emotion arrives first. They react to events instead of responding to them. They allow circumstances to dictate their mental state. They give away their power to the weather, to traffic, to the opinions of others, to the news, to their bank account, to their past failures. They are not in control. They believe they are victims of life when in truth they are victims of their own untrained minds. You are not here by accident. Something inside you knows there is a better way. Something inside you refuses to accept a life of mental weakness and emotional chaos. Something inside you hungers for strength, for clarity, for mastery over your own thoughts and feelings. That something is right. Today, you begin a different path. Today, you stop being a thermometer that merely reflects the temperature of your environment. Today, you become a thermostat that sets the temperature regardless of external conditions. This is not theory. This is not philosophy. This is not inspiration for inspiration's sake. This is law. This is principle. This is the difference between those who rise and those who remain. Your attitude determines your altitude. Not sometimes. Not occasionally. Always. Before we go further, I want you to do something. If this message is reaching you, if these words are stirring something inside your chest, I want you to take 1 second and subscribe to this channel. And leave a comment telling me where in the world you are watching from. This simple act is your first decision of the day. It is your first exercise in deliberate action rather than passive consumption. Do it now. Because what we are about to discuss requires your full commitment. It requires you to be an active participant, not a casual observer. The principles I am about to reveal to you have changed millions of lives. They will change yours too, but only if you engage with them fully. You are about to learn how to develop an unbreakable positive attitude. Not a naive optimism. Not a forced smile while your inner world crumbles. Not a shallow cheerfulness that collapses at the first sign of difficulty. An unbreakable positive attitude. One that withstands loss. One that endures criticism. One that survives failure. One that grows stronger under pressure instead of weaker. This is possible. This is real. And this begins now. There is a great law operating in your life right now. It operates whether you believe in it or not. It operates whether you are aware of it or not. It has been operating since the day you were born, and it will continue to operate until the day you die. This law is simple: you become what you think about most of the time. Your dominant thoughts shape your beliefs. Your beliefs shape your expectations. Your expectations shape your actions. Your actions shape your results. Your results reinforce your thoughts. This is the cycle. This is the circuit. This is the wheel that is spinning in your life right now, producing exactly what you are experiencing. Look at your life as it exists today. Look at your relationships. Look at your bank account. Look at your health. Look at your career. Look at your level of happiness. Look at your daily emotional state. What you see is not random. What you see is not luck. What you see is not fate. What you see is the accumulated result of thousands of thoughts repeated over months and years until they became beliefs, then actions, then habits, then results. Your outer world is a perfect reflection of your inner world. If your life is chaotic, your thinking is chaotic. If your life is stagnant, your thinking is stagnant. If your life is filled with drama, your thinking is filled with drama. And if your life lacks the success, peace, and fulfillment you desire, it is because your thinking lacks the clarity, discipline, and positivity required to create those things. This is not judgment. This is observation. This is truth. Most people do not want to hear this. Most people want to blame circumstances. They want to blame the economy. They want to blame their parents. They want to blame their boss. They want to blame their spouse. They want to blame the government. They want to blame bad luck. Blame is comfortable because it removes responsibility. Blame allows you to remain a victim. And victims never have to change. But you are not here to remain comfortable. You are here to grow. You are here to master yourself. You are here to take absolute control over the one thing you can control, your mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool you will ever possess. It is more powerful than any machine ever invented. It is more valuable than any amount of money. It is the source of all creation and all destruction in your personal world. When you control your mind, you control your attitude. When you control your attitude, you control your perception of reality. When you control your perception of reality, you control how you respond to everything that happens to you. And when you control your responses, you control your destiny. This is the big idea. This is the central principle. This is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Your attitude is not a feeling. Feelings come and go. Feelings are reactions. Feelings are temporary. Your attitude is a position. It is a chosen stance toward life. It is a deliberate orientation of your mind. It is a practiced pattern of interpretation. Two people can experience the exact same event and have completely opposite attitudes about it. One sees opportunity, the other sees obstacle. One sees growth, the other sees pain. One moves forward, the other retreats. What makes the difference? Not the event. The event is neutral. The event is just data. What makes the difference is the attitude brought to the event. Your attitude is the lens through which you see the world. If the lens is dirty, distorted, or cracked, everything you see will be dirty, distorted, or cracked. If the lens is clear, focused, and strong, everything you see will be clear, focused, and filled with possibility. Right now, you have a lens. You have been using it for years. It was shaped by your childhood experiences. It was shaped by the words spoken to you by authority figures. It was shaped by your early successes and failures. It was shaped by the culture around you. It was shaped by the media you consumed. It was shaped by the people you spent time with. Most of this shaping happened without your conscious awareness. Most of this shaping happened to you, not by you. But from this moment forward, the shaping of your attitude will be deliberate. It will be intentional. It will be under your command. You will no longer accept thoughts that weaken you. You will no longer tolerate mental habits that drain you. You will no longer allow circumstances to dictate your inner state. This requires you to understand another fundamental truth: you cannot control what happens to you, but you can always control what happens in you. Life will bring challenges. Life will bring disappointment. Life will bring pain. Life will bring loss. Life will bring criticism. Life will bring failure. These are not optional. These are part of the human experience. No one escapes them. Not the rich. Not the powerful. Not the famous. Not the wise. But here is what separates those who thrive from those who merely survive: their attitude toward these experiences. A person with an unbreakable positive attitude does not deny reality. They do not pretend problems don't exist. They do not live in fantasy. They acknowledge reality fully, and then they choose to focus on what can be done rather than what cannot be done. They choose to look for solutions rather than dwell on problems. They choose to find meaning in difficulty rather than succumb to despair. This is not weakness. This is not naivety. This is strength. This is wisdom. This is power. A positive attitude is not about being happy all the time. It is about being constructive all the time. It is about maintaining a forward-moving orientation regardless of what you feel in the moment. You can feel sad and still have a positive attitude. You can feel afraid and still have a positive attitude. You can feel angry and still have a positive attitude. Because a positive attitude is not the absence of negative emotion. It is the presence of purposeful direction despite negative emotion. Your attitude determines whether difficulty destroys you or develops you. It determines whether criticism crushes you or corrects you. It determines whether failure finishes you or teaches you. The same fire that melts butter hardens steel. The difference is not the fire. The difference is the material. And your attitude is what determines the material of your character. If your attitude is weak, life will break you. If your attitude is strong, life will make you. And here is the most important thing you must understand: your attitude is trainable. Just as you can train your body to become stronger through exercise, you can train your mind to become more positive through practice. This is not a matter of talent. This is not a matter of luck. This is a matter of daily discipline applied consistently over time. Every thought you think is either strengthening a positive attitude or strengthening a negative attitude. There is no neutral ground. Every moment you are either building mental strength or mental weakness. Most people do not realize this. Most people think they can afford to be mentally lazy. They think they can indulge in worry, complaint, and negativity without consequences. They are wrong. Every moment of mental negativity is like putting a drop of poison in your mind. One drop does nothing. But thousands of drops over weeks and months and years create a toxic environment where nothing good can grow. Conversely, every moment of mental positivity is like putting a drop of clean water in your mind. It purifies. It nourishes. It creates an environment where strength, courage, and creativity can flourish. You are either poisoning yourself or nourishing yourself with every thought. There is no in-between. This is why developing an unbreakable positive attitude is not optional if you want to live a life of achievement, fulfillment, and peace. It is mandatory. Your attitude affects everything. It affects your health because your mental state directly influences your immune system, your stress levels, and your energy. It affects your relationships because people are drawn to positive energy and repelled by negative energy. It affects your career because employers promote those who solve problems, not those who create them. It affects your finances because opportunities flow toward those who expect them and away from those who expect failure. Your attitude is the single most important factor in determining the quality of your life. Not your education. Not your connections. Not your starting point. Your attitude. A person with a positive attitude and limited resources will always outperform a person with a negative attitude and abundant resources. Why? Because the person with a positive attitude keeps moving. They keep trying. They keep learning. They keep adjusting. They refuse to quit. The person with a negative attitude stops. They give up. They make excuses. They blame. They quit before they even begin. And life rewards persistence. Life rewards resilience. Life rewards those who keep showing up with the right mental orientation day after day after day. This is the law. This is the principle. This is how reality works. Now the question becomes, how do you develop this unbreakable positive attitude? How do you move from where you are now to where you need to be? That is what we will explore next. But before we move forward, you must accept this truth completely: your current attitude is your responsibility. Not your circumstances. Not your past. Not other people. You. If you accept this, you can change. If you reject this, you will remain stuck. Accept it now. Say it out loud if you need to, my attitude is my responsibility. Because once you accept full responsibility, you reclaim full power. And with full power, everything becomes possible. Now we must face the uncomfortable truth. You are sabotaging yourself. You are weakening your own mind. You are destroying your own potential. And you are doing it every single day through habits you don't even notice. Let me show you how. Every morning, you reach for your phone before you reach for your purpose. You flood your mind with news designed to trigger fear, outrage, and anxiety. You scroll through images of other people's curated lives and feel inadequate. You read comments filled with negativity and cynicism. You absorb the chaotic energy of a world in conflict. And then you wonder why you feel anxious, scattered, and unmotivated. You are starting your day by poisoning your mind. You are giving away your mental energy before you even get out of bed. You are allowing external chaos to set the tone for your internal state. This is not an accident. This is a choice. A choice you make unconsciously, but a choice nonetheless. And it is destroying your ability to maintain a positive attitude. Your mind is like a garden. What grows in it is determined by what you plant and what you allow to take root. If you plant weeds, you get weeds. If you plant flowers, you get flowers. Every piece of content you consume is a seed. Every conversation you have is a seed. Every thought you entertain is a seed. Right now, you are planting thousands of seeds every day without paying attention to what they are. And then you are confused when your mental garden is overgrown with worry, doubt, resentment, and fear. You cannot expect to develop an unbreakable positive attitude while consuming content that breaks you down. You cannot expect mental strength while surrounding yourself with mental weakness. But it goes deeper than what you consume. It goes to what you speak. Listen to your words for one full day. Listen to what comes out of your mouth. Listen to the stories you tell. Listen to the complaints you repeat. Listen to the judgments you make. Your words reveal your beliefs. And your beliefs shape your reality. If you constantly say, I can't, you won't. If you constantly say, this is too hard, it will be. If you constantly say, nothing ever works out for me, it won't. You are speaking your reality into existence. You are using the most powerful creative force in the universe, your words, to build a prison around yourself. Most people do not realize they are doing this. Most people think words are just sounds that disappear into the air. They do not understand that words shape thought, and thought shapes reality. Every time you complain, you train your brain to look for more things to complain about. Every time you speak defeat, you train your mind to expect defeat. Every time you criticize yourself, you reinforce the belief that you are not enough. This is self-sabotage. This is self-destruction. And you are doing it unconsciously because no one ever taught you the power of your own words. But now you know. And now you are responsible. There is another way you sabotage yourself: you surround yourself with the wrong people. You spend your time with complainers, critics, and cynics. You listen to people who have given up on their dreams tell you why yours won't work. You absorb the energy of people who have accepted mediocrity and call it realism. And then you wonder why your enthusiasm dies. You wonder why your motivation fades. You wonder why your positive attitude crumbles. You cannot rise above the level of the people you spend the most time with. This is law. This is not negotiable. If you spend your time with negative people, you will become negative. If you spend your time with small-minded people, you will think small thoughts. If you spend your time with people who make excuses, you will become an excuse maker. This is not judgment. This is observation. This is reality. Your mind absorbs the attitudes of those around you like a sponge absorbs water. You do this unconsciously. You do this automatically. You cannot prevent it. What you can do is choose who you spend your time with. You can choose to limit your exposure to toxic people. You can choose to seek out those who lift you up rather than drag you down. But most people do not do this. Most people stay loyal to people who are destroying them. They stay in relationships that drain them. They stay in environments that poison them. And they wonder why they cannot develop strength. You cannot build an unbreakable positive attitude in a negative environment. You cannot become strong while surrounding yourself with weakness. This is hard to hear, but it is true. And until you face this truth, you will remain stuck. Now let's go deeper. Let's talk about your relationship with difficulty. You avoid it. You run from it. You complain about it. You see it as evidence that life is against you. This is the mindset of a child. This is the mindset of someone who expects life to be easy. This is the mindset of someone who has never been taught that difficulty is not the problem, it is the solution. Difficulty is what builds you. Difficulty is what reveals your weaknesses so you can strengthen them. Difficulty is what forces you to grow beyond who you currently are. Every person you admire has faced difficulty. Every achievement you respect came through difficulty. Every strength you value was built through difficulty. And yet, when difficulty comes to you, you react as if it is a mistake. You react as if you are being unfairly targeted. You react as if you deserve an easier path. You do not deserve an easier path. You deserve the exact path you are on because it is the path that will make you who you need to become. But you cannot see this when your attitude is weak. When your attitude is weak, difficulty looks like punishment. When your attitude is strong, difficulty looks like training. Same difficulty. Different attitude. Completely different outcome. Your current attitude toward difficulty is keeping you small. It is keeping you weak. It is keeping you from becoming the person you are capable of becoming. And here is the uncomfortable truth: you have been making excuses for years. You have blamed your circumstances. You have blamed your lack of resources. You have blamed your education. You have blamed your upbringing. You have blamed the economy. You have blamed other people. These excuses have protected you from the pain of facing the real problem. You have not committed fully to developing yourself. You have dabbled. You have tried half-heartedly. You have started and stopped. You have looked for shortcuts. You have wanted results without effort. You have wanted strength without struggle. And life does not work that way. Success does not work that way. Personal development does not work that way. An unbreakable positive attitude is not something you achieve in a weekend seminar. It is not something you get from reading a book. It is not something you develop by watching videos. It is something you build through daily practice over months and years. It is something you forge through repeated choice in the face of difficulty. It is something you earn by refusing to quit when everything inside you wants to quit. Most people are not willing to do this. Most people want the result without the process. And so most people remain weak. But you are different. You would not be here if you were not different. Something inside you refuses to accept weakness. Something inside you demands more. That something is your true self. And your true self knows the truth: you are capable of far more than you have demonstrated so far. The gap between where you are and where you could be is not a gap of talent. It is not a gap of resources. It is a gap of attitude. You have allowed a negative attitude to run your life for too long. You have allowed doubt to speak louder than faith. You have allowed fear to guide your decisions more than courage. You have allowed the opinions of others to matter more than your own vision. This ends now. From this moment forward, you take full responsibility for the attitude you carry. You take full responsibility for the thoughts you think. You take full responsibility for the words you speak. You take full responsibility for the people you surround yourself with. You take full responsibility for how you interpret difficulty. No more excuses. No more blame. No more victim mentality. You are the cause of your experience, not the effect. You are the creator of your reality, not the victim of it. You are in control of your mind, and therefore in control of your destiny. But control does not come automatically. Control comes through discipline. And discipline comes through understanding what must be done and doing it regardless of how you feel. This is what separates the strong from the weak. This is what separates those who rise from those who remain. This is what separates those with unbreakable positive attitudes from those who crumble at the first sign of difficulty. You have been crumbling. You have been weak. You have been allowing circumstances to control you instead of you controlling your response to circumstances. But this is not permanent. This is not who you are. This is simply who you have been practicing being. And what has been practiced can be unpracticed. What has been learned can be unlearned. What has been built can be rebuilt. Starting now. Starting today. Starting with the very next thought you choose to think. Now you stand at the threshold of transformation. You have seen where you have been. You have seen how you have sabotaged yourself. You have seen the habits, thoughts, and patterns that have kept you weak. Now you must see where you are going. Now you must see the new way of thinking. Now you must see the mental shift that will change everything. This is the turning point. This is where you decide who you will become. This is where you leave behind the old identity and step into the new one. The new mindset begins with one fundamental shift, from reactive to proactive. A reactive person waits for life to happen and then responds based on emotion. A proactive person decides in advance who they will be and then acts from that decision regardless of circumstances. Most people are reactive. They wake up and let their emotions tell them what kind of day it will be. They let other people's words determine their worth. They let circumstances dictate their mood. They are like leaves blown by the wind, moving wherever life pushes them. You will no longer be this person. You will become proactive. You will decide in advance that you will maintain a positive attitude no matter what happens. You will decide in advance that you will look for solutions instead of dwelling on problems. You will decide in advance that you will speak words of strength instead of words of weakness. This is not pretending. This is not denial. This is not faking positivity. This is choosing your position. This is deciding your stance. This is taking ownership of your mental state. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you will not ask yourself, "How do I feel?" You will tell yourself, "This is who I am today. This is the attitude I carry. This is how I respond to whatever comes. This is power. This is control. This is freedom." The reactive person is a slave to circumstances. The proactive person is the master of their mind. And the master of their mind is the master of their life. The second shift is from victim to creator. A victim sees life as something that happens to them. A creator sees life as something that happens through them. A victim says, "Why is this happening to me?" A creator says, "What can I make from this?" A victim looks for someone to blame. A creator looks for something to learn. A victim waits to be rescued. A creator builds their own ladder. For too long, you have operated from victim consciousness. You have believed that your circumstances had to change before you could change. You have believed that other people had to act differently before you could be happy. You have believed that life owed you something. Life owes you nothing. Life is neutral. Life simply is. What you make of life is entirely up to you. What you create from the raw materials you are given is your responsibility and yours alone. This is hard to accept because it removes all excuses. This is hard to accept because it places all power in your hands. This is hard to accept because it means you can no longer blame anyone or anything for your results. But once you accept it, everything changes. Once you see yourself as the creator rather than the victim, you stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You stop waiting for someone to save you. You begin. You act. You build. You take whatever materials life gives you, good or bad, easy or hard, fair or unfair, and you build something meaningful from them. This is what people with unbreakable positive attitudes do. They do not wait for favorable conditions. They create favorable outcomes through the force of their will and the strength of their attitude. The third shift is from short-term to long-term thinking. Most people cannot develop an unbreakable positive attitude because they live in the moment. They make decisions based on how they feel right now. They seek immediate comfort. They avoid immediate discomfort. This is the path of weakness. Strength comes from long-term thinking. Strength comes from making decisions today that serve the person you are becoming, not the person you currently are. Every moment you choose a positive thought over a negative thought, you may not feel different immediately. Every moment you choose to speak words of strength instead of words of defeat, nothing may seem to change. Every moment you choose to focus on solutions instead of problems, the problem may still be there. But you are not playing a short-term game. You are playing a long-term game. You are not trying to feel good right now. You are building a mental fortress that will serve you for the rest of your life. Every positive choice is a brick in that fortress. 1 brick looks like nothing. 100 bricks looks like a pile. But 1,000 bricks, 10,000 bricks, 100,000 bricks placed consistently over time creates a structure that cannot be shaken. This is what you are building. This is what you are creating. This is what daily discipline produces. But you must think long-term. You must be willing to endure short-term discomfort for long-term strength. You must be willing to feel the resistance of old patterns while you build new ones. Most people quit because they expect immediate results. They practice positive thinking for a week and expect their entire life to transform. When it doesn't, they quit and go back to old patterns. You will not make this mistake. You understand that transformation is a process, not an event. You understand that strength is built slowly, brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. You are willing to invest in yourself over the long term because you know the return on that investment is a life of power, peace, and purpose. The fourth shift is from external validation to internal validation. Most people need others to affirm them. Most people need approval. Most people need praise. Most people need recognition. And when they don't get it, their positive attitude crumbles. You will build your positive attitude on a foundation that cannot be shaken by the opinions of others. You will build it on self-knowledge, self-respect, and self-discipline. You will know your worth not because others tell you but because you prove it to yourself every day through your actions. You will not need anyone to believe in you because you believe in yourself. You will not need anyone to encourage you because you encourage yourself. You will not need anyone to validate your path because you know where you are going. This does not mean you reject help. This does not mean you reject wisdom. This does not mean you isolate yourself. It means you are not dependent on external circumstances for your internal state. It means you carry your own light instead of waiting for someone else to shine theirs on you. This is true strength. This is true power. This is the mark of someone with an unbreakable positive attitude. The fifth shift is from hoping to knowing. Hope is weak. Hope is passive. Hope says, maybe things will work out. Knowing is strong. Knowing is active. Knowing says, I will make things work out. People with weak attitudes hope for better circumstances. People with strong attitudes create better circumstances. People with weak attitudes hope someone will help them. People with strong attitudes help themselves and become someone others can rely on. People with weak attitudes hope for a lucky break. People with strong attitudes create their own opportunities through preparation and persistence. You must move from hoping to knowing. You must know with absolute certainty that if you commit to developing an unbreakable positive attitude, your life will change. Not because of magic. Not because of luck. Because you will think differently, act differently, and respond differently to everything that happens. And when you think, act, and respond differently, you get different results. This is law. This is certainty. This is guaranteed. But you must know it. You must believe it. You must act from that belief every single day. This is the new mindset. This is the mental shift that changes everything. You are no longer reactive, you are proactive. You are no longer a victim, you are a creator. You are no longer thinking short-term, you are thinking long-term. You are no longer dependent on external validation, you validate yourself. You are no longer hoping, you are knowing. This is who you are becoming. This is the person you will be when this transformation is complete. But transformation does not happen through understanding alone. Transformation happens through application. Transformation happens through doing. And that is what comes next. Now we move from theory to action. Now we move from understanding to doing. Now we move from inspiration to implementation. An unbreakable positive attitude is built through daily practices. These practices are simple, but they are not easy. They require discipline. They require consistency. They require commitment. But they work. They have worked for millions of people before you, and they will work for you if you apply them. Here are the 7 daily practices that will forge an unbreakable positive attitude. First, guard your mind in the morning. The first 30 minutes after you wake up are the most important 30 minutes of your day. They set the tone for everything that follows. You will no longer reach for your phone first thing in the morning. You will no longer flood your mind with news, messages, and other people's agendas. Instead, you will feed your mind deliberately. You will feed it strength. You will feed it purpose. You will feed it positivity. This means reading something uplifting. This means listening to something motivational. This means speaking words of gratitude and intention. Before you check your phone, you will spend at least 10 minutes putting the right thoughts into your mind. You will read a chapter from a book that strengthens you. You will listen to a message that inspires you. You will write down 3 things you are grateful for and 3 intentions for the day. This practice alone will transform your life if you do it consistently. This practice alone will shift your mental state from reactive to proactive. Most people give away their mental energy before they even get out of bed. You will build your mental energy first thing in the morning so that nothing can take it from you. Do not negotiate with this practice. Do not skip it because you are busy. Do not tell yourself you will do it later. You will do it first. You will do it every single day. You will do it no matter what. This is non-negotiable. Second, speak only words that build, never words that destroy. Your words shape your reality. If you want to develop an unbreakable positive attitude, you must control your words with absolute discipline. From this day forward, you will not complain. You will not gossip. You will not speak words of defeat, limitation, or negativity. This does not mean you ignore problems. This means you speak about problems in solution-focused language. Instead of saying, "This is impossible," you will say, "This is challenging, and I will find a way." Instead of saying, "I can't do this," you will say, "I am learning how to do this." Instead of saying, "Nothing ever works out for me," you will say, "I am building a life that works through my daily efforts." This will feel strange at first. This will feel forced. This will feel like you are lying to yourself. You are not lying. You are reprogramming. You are training your mind to look for possibility instead of limitation. Every time you catch yourself about to complain, stop. Reframe. Choose different words. Every time you catch yourself about to criticize yourself, stop. Reframe. Speak to yourself with the same kindness you would speak to someone you love. Every time you catch yourself about to speak doubt, stop. Reframe. Speak faith instead. This takes effort. This takes awareness. This takes discipline. But it works. Your brain believes what you tell it repeatedly. If you repeatedly speak defeat, your brain accepts defeat. If you repeatedly speak victory, your brain expects victory. You are training your brain to expect success, to see opportunity, to maintain strength. Do this every single day. Monitor your words. Correct them when they are weak. Replace them with strength. Third, move your body with intention. Your mind and body are connected. When your body is weak, your mind is weak. When your body is strong, your mind is strong. You will move your body every single day. Not to look good. Not to lose weight. To build mental strength. Exercise is not optional. It is essential. When you exercise, you prove to yourself that you can do hard things. You prove that you can push through discomfort. You prove that you can commit to something and follow through. This proof transfers to every other area of your life. This proof builds confidence. This proof strengthens your attitude. You do not need a gym. You do not need equipment. You need commitment. 20 minutes of intentional movement every day. Walking. Running. Push-ups. Sit-ups. Stretching. Anything that requires effort. Do it first thing in the morning if possible. Do it before your mind has time to make excuses. And while you move your body, speak words of strength. Remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself what you are building. Remind yourself that you are in control. This combination, physical movement plus positive self-talk, creates a powerful state of mind that will carry you through the day. Fourth, associate with the right people. You cannot maintain an unbreakable positive attitude while surrounding yourself with negative people. This is impossible. You must become ruthless about who you spend your time with. You must protect your mental environment the way you would protect your home from intruders. This does not mean you abandon everyone. This means you limit your exposure to toxic people and increase your exposure to uplifting people. Seek out people who are growing. Seek out people who challenge you. Seek out people who believe in possibility. If you cannot find these people in your physical environment, find them online. Listen to their content. Read their books. Study their mindset. Your mind will become like the minds you expose it to. This is automatic. This is unavoidable. So choose carefully. Choose deliberately. Choose people who make you want to be better, not people who make you comfortable staying the same. And when you encounter negative people, because you will, do not absorb their energy. Do not argue with them. Do not try to change them. Simply protect your mental space. Listen without absorbing. Respond without reacting. And leave the conversation as soon as you can. Your mental energy is limited. Do not waste it on people who drain it. Fifth, practice gratitude obsessively. Gratitude is the antidote to negativity. Gratitude is the foundation of a positive attitude. Gratitude is the fastest way to shift your mental state. You will practice gratitude every single day. Not just once. Multiple times. In the morning, write down 3 things you are grateful for. At night, before you sleep, write down 3 more. These do not have to be big things. They can be simple. The air you breathe. The bed you sleep in. The food you ate. The ability to walk. The ability to see. When you train your mind to look for things to be grateful for, you train your mind to focus on abundance instead of lack. Most people focus on what is missing. They focus on what is wrong. They focus on what they do not have. This creates a mindset of scarcity, frustration, and negativity. You will focus on what is present. You will focus on what is right. You will focus on what you do have. This creates a mindset of abundance, satisfaction, and positivity. And here is the key: you must feel the gratitude, not just think it. When you write, "I am grateful for my health," stop and actually feel it. Feel the sensation of being alive. Feel the gift of having a body that works. When you write, "I am grateful for my family," stop and feel the love. Feel the connection. Feel the blessing. Gratitude without emotion is just words. Gratitude with emotion is transformation. Practice this daily. Practice this obsessively. Practice this until it becomes your default way of seeing the world. Sixth, consume only content that strengthens you. Everything you put into your mind matters. Every article you read. Every video you watch. Every conversation you have. Every song you listen to. You are either feeding your positive attitude or starving it with every piece of content you consume. From this day forward, you will be ruthless about what you allow into your mind. You will not watch the news obsessively. You will not scroll through social media mindlessly. You will not consume content that triggers fear, envy, or anger. You will deliberately choose content that educates you, inspires you, or uplifts you. You will read books written by people who have achieved what you want to achieve. You will watch videos that teach you how to think better, act better, and be better. You will listen to music that energizes you and motivates you. This does not mean you ignore reality. This means you do not marinate in negativity. You stay informed, but you do not drown in bad news. You stay connected, but you do not compare yourself to curated highlight reels. You stay aware, but you do not allow the chaos of the world to create chaos in your mind. You are the gatekeeper of your mind. Nothing enters without your permission. And from now on, you only permit entry to that which makes you stronger. Seventh, end each day with intentional reflection. Before you go to sleep, you will reflect on your day. You will evaluate your thoughts, your words, and your actions. You will ask yourself, did I maintain a positive attitude today? When did I falter? What can I do better tomorrow? This is not self-criticism. This is self-awareness. This is honest evaluation for the purpose of growth. You will also acknowledge your wins. You will recognize the moments when you chose strength over weakness. You will celebrate the moments when you controlled your response instead of being controlled by circumstances. And then you will set your intention for the next day. You will decide in advance who you will be tomorrow. You will visualize yourself handling difficulty with grace. You will see yourself speaking words of strength. You will imagine yourself maintaining a positive attitude no matter what happens. This practice programs your subconscious mind while you sleep. This practice prepares you for success before the day even begins. And then you will sleep with a clear conscience, knowing you did your best, knowing you are growing, knowing you are becoming the person you were meant to be. These 7 practices are simple. But they are powerful. They are the difference between a weak attitude and an unbreakable attitude. They are the difference between a reactive life and a proactive life. They are the difference between someone who is controlled by circumstances and someone who controls their response to circumstances. You do not need to be perfect. You will falter. You will forget. You will have bad days. But you will not quit. You will not give up. You will not go back to your old ways. Because you are building something that will serve you for the rest of your life. You are building mental strength. You are building emotional resilience. You are building an unbreakable positive attitude. And that is worth every ounce of effort it takes. Now you know the truth. You know that your attitude is your choice. You know that your attitude determines your destiny. You know that an unbreakable positive attitude is not a gift, it is a discipline. You know what to do. You know how to do it. You know why it matters. The only question that remains is this: will you do it? Will you commit to guarding your mind every morning? Will you commit to controlling your words? Will you commit to moving your body? Will you commit to choosing the right associations? Will you commit to practicing gratitude? Will you commit to consuming only content that strengthens you? Will you commit to reflecting on your day every night? Will you commit to the daily practices that forge an unbreakable positive attitude? Or will you continue as you have been, allowing circumstances to dictate your mental state, allowing other people to determine your worth, allowing difficulty to defeat you? The choice is yours. It has always been yours. It will always be yours. But understand this: nothing changes if you do not change. Nothing improves if your mindset does not improve. Nothing transforms if your daily habits do not transform. You cannot wish your way to an unbreakable positive attitude. You cannot hope your way there. You cannot think your way there. You must act your way there. You must practice your way there. You must discipline your way there. Every single day. Without exception. Without negotiation. Without excuses. This is not easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it. If it were easy, everyone would have unbreakable positive attitudes. If it were easy, the world would be filled with strong, resilient, purposeful people. But it is not easy. And that is why most people remain weak. That is why most people crumble under pressure. That is why most people live reactive lives controlled by circumstances. But you are not most people. You are someone who knows there is a better way. You are someone who refuses to accept weakness. You are someone who demands more from yourself. And because you demand more from yourself, you will receive more from life. Not because life will be easier. Not because you will face fewer challenges. Not because you will avoid difficulty. But because you will respond to life differently. You will interpret events differently. You will maintain your mental strength regardless of what happens around you. And when you maintain your mental strength, you make better decisions. When you make better decisions, you take better actions. When you take better actions, you get better results. When you get better results, your confidence grows. When your confidence grows, your attitude strengthens. When your attitude strengthens, you become unstoppable. This is the cycle. This is the upward spiral. This is what happens when you commit to developing an unbreakable positive attitude. Your entire life changes. Not overnight. Not dramatically. But steadily. Progressively. Inevitably. 6 months from now, if you apply these practices daily, you will not recognize the person you are today. You will be stronger. You will be clearer. You will be more focused. You will be more resilient. You will be more peaceful. 1 year from now, the transformation will be undeniable. The people around you will notice. They will ask what changed. They will want to know your secret. And you will tell them the truth: you changed your attitude. You stopped being a victim of circumstances and became the master of your mind. You stopped reacting to life and started creating your life. This is your destiny. This is what you were meant for. This is the life that is waiting for you on the other side of this commitment. But you must begin. You must start today. You must take the first step right now. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Do not wait until you feel motivated. Do not wait until life gets easier. Begin now. Begin from where you are. Begin with what you have. Commit to the morning practice tomorrow. Commit to controlling your words starting today. Commit to moving your body every day this week. Commit to one of these practices, then add another, then add another. Build momentum. Build consistency. Build the life you were meant to live through the daily discipline of developing an unbreakable positive attitude. You are not a victim. You are not powerless. You are not at the mercy of circumstances. You are the cause, not the effect. You are the creator, not the creation. You are in control of your mind, and therefore in control of your life. This is the truth. This is the law. This is your power. Now go. Go and build the mental fortress that will protect you for the rest of your life. Go and develop the unbreakable positive attitude that will carry you through every challenge, every setback, every difficulty. Go and become the person you were always meant to be. Your future is waiting. Your destiny is calling. Your greatness is demanding to be born. Answer the call. Start today. And never look back. 6 months from now, if you apply these practices daily, you will not recognize the person you are today. You will be stronger. You will be clearer. You will be more focused. You will be more resilient. You will be more peaceful. 1 year from now, the transformation will be undeniable. The people around you will notice. They will ask what changed. They will want to know your secret. And you will tell them the truth: you changed your attitude. You stopped being a victim of circumstances and became the master of your mind. You stopped reacting to life and started creating your life. This is your destiny. This is what you were meant for. This is the life that is waiting for you on the other side of this commitment. But you must begin. You must start today. You must take the first step right now. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Do not wait until you feel motivated. Do not wait until life gets easier. Begin now. Begin from where you are. Begin with what you have. Commit to the morning practice tomorrow. Commit to controlling your words starting today. Commit to moving your body every day this week. Commit to one of these practices, then add another, then add another. Build momentum. Build consistency. Build the life you were meant to live through the daily discipline of developing an unbreakable positive attitude. You are not a victim. You are not powerless. You are not at the mercy of circumstances. You are the cause, not the effect. You are the creator, not the creation. You are in control of your mind, and therefore in control of your life. This is the truth. This is the law. This is your power. Now go. Go and build the mental fortress that will protect you for the rest of your life. Go and develop the unbreakable positive attitude that will carry you through every challenge, every setback, every difficulty. Go and become the person you were always meant to be. Your future is waiting. Your destiny is calling. Your greatness is demanding to be born. Answer the call. Start today. And never look back.